Captain Peter Cutsey, South Korea. This is my briefing room. I'm starting a new series of videos directed to the management of airlines and to their flight instructors, simulator instructors in particular. So this video and the following uh, will be directed to the SFIs to help them stay to one standard that is expected by the company that they're working for to deliver maneuvers that are expected and to be of high quality and one standard. One of the hardest things to do in aviation for a company is to keep its instructors up to standard. This particular e-file, well, that's on an iPad, works beautifully and will do just that for airlines around the world. Let's have a look at what I've done. This is sheet 1 of 8. Each sheet lasts for 30 minutes in a real time. The time that I opened this file was 1928. It's now 1938. So 10 minutes ago, I opened that file, real time. That's what the instructor would do when he enters the simulator. At the beginning of his session time, he would open the Excel file, and then he knows that at this time here, 30 minutes later, which is 1958, he should be at this particular point in the session. The little blue dots indicate ground time. Of course, there's preparation time. All of this is preparation time. The session that we're doing here happens to be a fixed base simulator session number 3 on a 5 fixed base profile course, following which would be a 9 full flight simulator course, the 9th session, including the check ride. This is a sample of what one airline does in the world, and it worked well for them, and it would work well for you. So the instructor opens the iPad and the timeline starts. So he would be careful not to open the iPad until the beginning of the session, the official time of the session, so that he can keep a very accurate time of what he is doing. Frequencies are at the bottom, and the everything needed as far as weights for the aircraft off of the flight plan that was uh, uh, for this particular session. And there's reference to the flight plan in other maneuvers on the iPad. So let's just have a look. Here we're on sheet 2, which is into the second 30 minutes of the particular session. The session is from, say, Muscat to Dubai, whatever. This is just an example. And in each one of the instructions to the instructor, clicking on that particular block would direct them to my library, which includes rejected takeoff. In this case, let's have a look here, severe damage. So clicking on this block would link the instructor directly to my library, which is on a secure server, so that you could look at a PowerPoint, one of many that are on YouTube today that you can see in a standard format. What a way to go to keep people to standard. These are all instructions to the instructor, and this is a timeline. And the actual flight path here is red because the operation is without one engine. So the flight path indicates also to the instructor for ease of following what should be done. And in this case, the one engine go around. And that should happen at that particular running time into the session at an hour 26. And that's the actual real time at 2054 to 2056. So let's say 2055. Remember, we opened the iPad at the time that we started when we entered the simulator. So on goes the session until landing, and then a 10-minute break, and then changing seats, and off they go. Every block of instructions is linked to that particular maneuver in my library that's on a secure server and updated daily as required. Welcome to the future. What a way to keep instructors standard. Look for my next video on instructor training. Captain Peter Cutsey, South Korea, and this is your briefing room.